Test, 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 test. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Let's get started in a couple of minutes. This codex is not going away. This thing is not going away. I think if it eventually starts breaking this 340, 350 range, this thing could run up to $5-6. I mean, it does look powerful. I don't know, it looks very powerful. I know it's a piece of shit and it can get halted for their bullshit PRs, but man. This NIO is kind of starting to set up. Maybe next week. If it can go sideways for another 3 to 5 days. It's been building higher lows for a month now. It's getting tighter and tighter. And LK2 looks great for next week. Really, really good. Alibaba is looking good. Since it undercut the 50-day, it's been building higher lows all the way. Just straight up, very powerful. This Ballard Power looks very, very explosive. Also, it's been building higher lows for like a month straight. I am in half size right now and I'm willing to double my size if it starts breaking that 1150 on volume. Probably not today. Hopefully it can go sideways for another day or two here. Get even tighter. AVLR bounced perfectly off the 20-day yesterday off earnings. Looks really good. Looks really, really good. This LAC is a lithium stock. Lithium is getting really hyped now with all of these battery factories and everything. Electric cars popping up. Plug also just, you know, just hanging below this new highs level. Again, same thing as with BLDP. A few more days of sideways would be great, and then a high volume breakout. Viva, it's not doing anything special right now, but it has been building higher lows for the past few sessions. Roku, I bought some pre-market. Good earnings. Nice beat. And it also has a nice chart. It's been building higher lows for a long time. It's been building higher lows for a year. And now it's been going sideways for about 6 months. So we'll see. I have a starter position pre-market. SC just keeps grinding higher. DXCM had great earnings. I'm now up. Let's see. 191 is my average. So I'm up 43% now from my initial buy. I will probably not add here, but it could be a nice continuation setup. Go to like low mid 300s or something. That's entirely possible, especially in this momentum market. But I don't want to buy any extended stocks here. I'd rather buy something like Roku that's just coming out of a nice consolidation, nice base. BL had good earnings, but it's a very thin stock. You know, some days it trades less than 100,000 shares. So it's totally untradeable for my part. The Net also, this thing also trades only like 400,000 or 500,000 shares some days. So it's too thin for me. But it's a recent IPO, been building higher lows for 4 months or so. Yandex had also good earnings. It's gapping down though. GoDaddy had good earnings, and this thing is it's a slower mover, but it looks great. This thing goes to 100, but it's gonna be slow and it's gonna pull back a lot. Like this thing goes up a little bit, pulls back, goes up a little bit, pulls back. It's not a very explosive stock, but with some patience, this is the kind of stock you can risk $1 to make $30. And the monthly too, it looks, no, sorry, I mean, monthly chart looks also really, really good. Just, yeah. The only reason I'm not buying it is just it's a slower type of a stock. It's not an explosive stock. I'd rather own explosive names. Nvidia, good earnings also, but a lot of this is, you know, it's straight up for the past 4 or 5 months. It's kind of hard to buy it here. And the weekly chart looks extended and everything. CGC had some earnings. They had a beat, but this thing is just coming off lows and has a lot of overhead resistance. Not my type of setup. AYX had good earnings. It is a bit extended, but the fact that it's not gapping up a lot, I think there could be a buying opportunity here with a wide stop. Like a $10 stop or something. It could be a buying opportunity here. I'm stalking it. I'll buy a small position. It's just, you know, really, really good numbers and good guidance. Pinterest had some bad news yesterday. Facebook is launching a similar app to theirs. I guess that's why the stock never really went after good earnings report. It just faded. And maybe, you know, maybe someone knew about this. I don't know. But it really did have great numbers. But yeah, if Facebook is launching a similar app, it's definitely going to affect your business. DDOG is gapping down. Good numbers here also, but this one has run up also past few months. And DGLY is up on some bullshit news, I guess. I don't know. It's a pump. Yeah, Net. Yeah, exactly. It looks good. Too thin for me. I'd rather focus on like Roku and AYX and stuff like that. Especially Roku. But Roku is kind of fading from my entry in pre-market. We'll see. We will see. What more do we have here? Yeah, I went through my position. I sold a piece of fuel cell pre-market. Very nice trade so far. I still think this thing goes to 3 plus, but I had 200,000 shares, so I sized it down. I have like 195,000 shares now. And DXCM, I'm gonna sell a piece right here. Or no, I'm gonna do it after the open. Market's open in like a minute or so, 30 seconds. And Tesla is gapping down after yesterday's try to take out this range, but again it fell back into the range. But it does have some ranges here, and I'll be patient. It's probably gonna take at least 3-4 sessions until it resolves. Had a big squeeze candle yesterday. All right, the markets are open. Roku has enormous volume coming in right out of the gate. Unfortunately, it stopped me out on my starter from pre-market. I'll get back in if it takes out the opening range highs. I have no position right now. Dexcom looks amazing. Maybe this is a buying opportunity. I don't know. I'm gonna sell a piece of Dexcom. I'll sell about 15% of what I have. Black line looks great. Nvidia looks great. These things all look great. Except for Roku, the one I bought. Okay, great. Okay. Just awesome. I haven't been great with earnings so far this season. It's been hard. Yandex is so far bouncing off its 20-day moving average. Okay, Roku is starting to shape up again. Okay, I'm in Roku again. Let's see if we can have any chews so far. Oh man, all of these alerts. I bought some AYX too. It's kind of funny, the alerts are not lagging anymore. I guess that's a good thing. I still have started. I bought back the starter size, but I will add if it takes out the opening range eyes again. If it builds the first 5-minute candle on this Roku. I don't have any problems with Roku entries. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no problems with order entries. I don't understand what you mean. Oh, AVLR, new highs. Also new all-time highs. Very good. Nice. Very, very good. VEEV is at highs. SC is at highs. AYX, I may even add more to it. Okay, TXM. Good thing I sold some into that opening rush. D-Dog is bouncing off its rising 20-day. One minute, 5 minute, 30 minute, it doesn't matter. I do it starter entries. Yeah, exactly, like 1 minute high, starter entry, then 5 minute high you add, and sometimes on the 30 minute high too. Damn, maybe I should have bought more AYX. I have 3,500 shares at 149.77. Now it's flying. AVLR is flying too. Wow. Smile Direct Club is getting hit. They had some bad news. Had some bad news. Congress wants the FDA and the FTC to investigate them. They have some pretty sketchy business practice, and their product is not really that great compared to Arista Networks, which is not Arista, Align, sorry, which has a much better product. The Smile Direct Club, it kind of ruins a lot of people's teeth. Not a great product. They had some explosive growth, but LK trying again. Yeah. If it breaks out at about the 39, I'll buy some. I'll buy like 20,000 shares, 15. Ideally, it goes sideways for another day or two. That would be ideal case scenario, but I don't want to miss that in case it goes. Tilray, yeah, Tilray is having a nice trend. All these Mariana stocks are having good days. Gold is also, gold miners having good day also. Oh, AYX, nice. Roku, I think I got stopped out of it. Yeah, I got stopped. That sucks. I got stopped out of my starter twice. Why is this? Why couldn't I buy something that worked instead? I should have just bought, like, I don't know, more AYX, I guess. Oh well, I got stopped out of my starter twice. I lost 24k on it. I lost like 12,000 twice. That sucks. I was a bit excited. This thing was a really good trader last year. Not this year, apparently. Those are my favorite types of stocks, these liquid high-priced names with big growth. They're such, I really like to trade them. You can risk like $1 or $2 to make $50 or $100. They're just great. And they're super liquid and... yeah, Chainhug is... what's gold doing? Yeah, gold is breaking out higher too, but I just don't like trading these. Should I buy some Chainhug? I don't know. This Beat the AI is interesting. Some analysts put a 150 price target on it. Heck, Let them get there and I'll short this thing. The XM is fading a little bit. This is the problem with the market having a big run over the past 3 months. This is the exact opposite of what happened last earnings season. Like a lot of stocks were just coming out of their long bases, and now like things are getting sold of these earnings reports because they've had big runs. Look at Nvidia. Look at the last earnings report. Who knew it was gonna make such a big move on these numbers? The declining revenue, declining EPS growth. I saw some stocks yesterday and day before too that just got sold off on earnings. Like DXCM last earnings just came out of like a year-long base and now it's just fading. I think it's gonna find support on the rising 20, rising 50, and eventually it's gonna go higher. I sold some near the open, and I still have most of my position, just trailing the stop. Yeah, Roku, they don't like this one, apparently. Well, at least I'm making back my Roku loss on AYX. Very nice. What's Tesla doing? Still red on the day. INO. Jesus Christ, this thing had some follow through from yesterday. GMPX, what the f... Oh man, I was looking at this thing a few days ago. I guess I should have bought it. GMPX. Redfin. The more I read up on this thing, the more I like it. But unfortunately, I just totally missed this thing. I just passed on it yesterday. I know someone took it. I know someone bought Redfin yesterday. I don't remember who. Plug looks really coiled. BLDP2. GoDaddy looks really good. I hope this GMPX holds up really well today. Maybe goes higher, and then maybe we'll get a short on Friday in the 5s or 6s or something. That would be ideal scenario. That would be an ideal scenario. I'm trying to figure out some levels on this Tesla again. So far it did not have a lot of juice to the upside of this range break. But it could very easily just go sideways for a few days and then go. Roku does look great on the weekly chart. Been building higher lows, and now it has this range break here. Looks similar to GoDaddy, but a much more explosive setup. Much more explosive setup. Beyond Meat once again held this higher low here. I am not in this thing anymore. I sold it a couple of days ago. But it still looks good. Looks good on the weekly. If it can go sideways a few more days, I will rebuy this thing. If it can get tighter, go sideways in this 113, 120 area. Wait, what? Did Nvidia hit new all-time highs? No, it was 50 cents off its all-time highs. What amazing stock. Really an amazing, amazing stock. Sava is still hanging around, but there's no volume anymore, and it looks like it's kind of starting to fade, but not really fading yet. Interesting. Oh, GMPX. Looks amazing. Tesla is looking good. Now this trend line here is acting as a support. It was a resistance area for such a long time, and now it was a support. It retested this line at the open, and now it looks like it wants to take out yesterday's highs. If Tesla gets really tight later in the day, I may go long short this thing. But I'll wait the full day for it to build a range and then break, either break out or break down. Like the areas I'm watching is like this 819-ish on the upside, or 818 of the upside, and 786 on the downside. But again, it needs to be tight, and it needs to work immediately for me to hold it overnight. Okay, NIO, it looks like it's fading away. Let's see if we can hold this rising trend line once again, or if it's gonna break below. I'm gonna clean some watch lists here. Let's see, 14th of January. Interestingly enough, this Pinterest is bouncing off its rising 20-day. Question is if it can hold. But so far it is bouncing off of it. KRTX is getting really tight. Maybe it has another leg higher. I'll set an alert on it. DXCM is shaping up again. Oh, I'm a little bit tempted by it. I don't know. No, I'm not gonna add. No, I'm not gonna add to this thing. I do think it goes to mid-high 300s, but I just, it's hard to add to this thing. It's up like 70-80% from its base. But we are in a momentum market. That's the thing, you know, like stocks that are extended can become even more extended. But I'm not gonna go aggressive. Mid-December? What stopped me from getting is because my stop were way lower. That's what prevented me from getting stopped out. My stops weren't where they are now, obviously. I guess my stop was like at the lows of the breakout day. That's what stopped me from getting stopped out. My guess is my stop was either break even or if it was at the lows of this day, of the earnings day. Yeah, I mean, I did size down a little bit on it when it closed below the 20-day, but I still kept most of my shares because I'm trying to use, when a stock comes out of such a base like DXCM did, like a long, great looking base and great earnings. I'm not gonna, I really try to hold it and try to use the weekly moving averages. Like right now, I'm using the weekly moving averages as my stops, like the 10 weekly and the 20 weekly. So it depends. But yeah, in this case, I used the weekly. But yeah, I did size down a little bit, if I remember correctly. For example, this AYX, for example, I'm not going to use the weekly moving averages because they're way lower. It's an extended stock, so I'm going to use the daily. If it starts moving higher and these 10 and 20-day moving averages catch up, I'm going to use those moving averages. So it depends on the situation. Like AVLR, this thing came out of a long base. I'm not using the daily moving averages. I'm using the weekly. Because this thing, when they come out of long solid bases, you want to give them more room. Rather than, something that's already extended. Like AYX example. And VIV2, this is also, I'm using the weekly chart. Or actually I did move my stop up a little bit because it's such a slow stock. I don't want to hold a slow moving stock. If it's gonna retest lower, I just want to get stopped out quickly so I can move on. So it all depends on the situation. These kinds of small cap stocks like Plug and BLDP, I'm obviously using the daily because these are not institutional quality stocks. These are like, they either go up 50-100% really quick or they don't trade the same way. Like small caps and large caps don't trade the same way. Alibaba, I'm using the weekly chart, like the weekly 20. BLDP, this is a daily only. Yeah, so it all depends on the situation and the stock. You have to adapt to every stock is different, every sector is different. Like a lot of gold stocks have been breaking out lately, but I've been passing on them. I don't even want to touch them. They're so hard to trade. They're disgustingly difficult to trade sometimes. Because they are more based on the commodity than fundamentals. GMPX, this thing, please get this thing to like $8-10 by Monday. Will be a great shorting setup. I won't touch it today. Wait, is this thing up from 40 cents? Holy shit, it's up 1,000%. Okay, I may touch it, but only late day, like in the last hour and a half, maybe. If it can build a tight range. But probably not, because I don't want to hold it into the weekend. It's probably an expensive borrow. I haven't checked yet, but it probably is. Yeah, no, I'd probably not trade it. There's a 1% chance that I will trade it today. Fannie Mae is starting to move higher. I should have probably sold some AYX in the 96s. Did it hit new all-time highs? Oh yeah, it did. It did. Alright, I don't think I will do much rest of the day. There are some great looking setups for next week that are not earnings plays. Obviously LK is one. I kind of like this Zoom. It's kind of getting pumped as a climate change play. It's kind of funny. It's a video conference software. It's kind of silly, but silly is what works in this market. And the setup looks great. It looks very explosive. Higher lows. Yeah, it's connected. Like people stay from home. They don't stay at home instead of going to work. They don't get sick and infected by viruses, and they don't have to, fly airplanes or stuff like that when they can have these video conferences at home. Exactly. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, obviously, but yeah, I'm the setup looks good. The setup looks good. What can I say? It's a recent IPO. They have great numbers. It's just overall good looking. You gotta change the category to stocks and bonds? I don't understand. What category? 3M1LL. I don't know what you're talking about. Which category? Wow, GMPX. Ooh. I'll just try to avoid looking at it. Okay, now Codex is starting to fail. This coronavirus, these stocks they just don't make any sense. Like this INO went for some reason. All of the other ones faded, like APT faded back from yesterday. And now this Codex is starting to fade back, but INO went. So like, why did this one go? I just can't figure them out. They're just so random. Worst sector play ever. Edit button under player. Wait. Are you talking about Twitch? Wait. Okay, yeah, so what do I do there? Stocks and bonds? No, these are tags. Oh, categories. Stocks. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Stocks and bonds. So is this like does it get permanently saved, or do I have to put it there every time I start a stream? Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I changed it to stocks and bonds now. Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks, 3M1LL. Very good. Yeah, this Slack is very hot. Oh man, why didn't I buy more AYX? I only bought 3,500 shares. I was thinking I would buy more when it takes out this 150 high, but I never added. Should have added. Oh well. Instead, I was busy adding to this. I was busy with the re-entry on Roku, I guess. I don't know. Nah, that was before. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. That was before. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe more people will find my channel. Because I didn't have any category at all before. Stocks and bonds. Are any other people streaming like trading? I've never checked. Trade Pokemon trading. No, not Bing trading. What the hell is this? Okay, that's currencies. 24/7. Yeah. Wow. 0 viewers. Okay. Where? Okay, I got some alerts here. Zoom. Okay, Zoom is. Zoom. Should I buy any Zoom? I mean, it does look. It does remind me of STC. Like a week ago. Obviously, STC had some really bad news today. I think this thing goes back to sub 12 with this kind of news. I mean, when Congress wants to investigate the company, like this thing had some pretty bad news a couple of months ago, that the product pretty much destroys the customer teeth. You know, not a great product. Zoom. If I buy it here, I need to use like a $50 stop. Nah, I'm not gonna buy it here. Hopefully it can go sideways the rest of the day. Wow, GMPX. Here, okay. Let's see. Tags. No, categories. Trade. No, stocks. No, wait, what? Recommended for me. All right, let's do one last scan and then I will cut the stream. All these Mariana stocks are fading back. Yeah, CGC took out the opening range lows. Kron, yep. The only Mariana stock that is working and that probably has good economics is this IIPR. It's a Mariana REIT. This thing is actually profitable and has great growth. This is the only Mariana stock I like. It's SBC, I'm gonna start stalking this thing for next week. Probably needs to go to 30 plus before I get interested in shorting it. So far it's been slowly grinding higher. I have Tesla in my short watch list, but I'm watching for both a long and a short. Ideally can go sideways for another 3 to 5 days or more. That would be great. Drip. Okay, AYX is near the highs of the day again. Okay, I'm probably not gonna do much more today, maybe late day if Tesla sets up. Thanks for joining and have a great weekend. And I'll see you on, I think it's Tuesday. I think the markets are closed on Monday. Can anyone confirm? I'm pretty sure markets are closed on Monday. Yeah, okay. So yeah, guys, I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great long weekend, everyone.